So, hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to speak about passive voice. So, passive voice. Look at these sentences, please. So, while making passive voice, we use to be in necessary tense plus the third form of the verb. So, in the first sentence, so the room is cleaned every day. So, every day tells us that it is present simple. The room is cleaned every day. It means that the room can't clean itself. So the room is cleaned every day means that somebody cleans the room every day. So the room is cleaned every day is in passive voice. The house was built in 1930. So 1930 means that it was in the past. This house was built means that somebody built the house in 1930. So again, it's past passive construction. So the next one is tomorrow the room will be cleaned. Tomorrow means that it's future. The room will be cleaned, it means that it will be cleaned by someone. So the room can't clean itself in future. So tomorrow the room will be cleaned is future passive construction. The room is being cleaned now means that now the room is going to be cleaned by someone. The room is being cleaned is present passive continuous. So the room looks nice, it has been cleaned. The room looks nice because it's a result. Somebody cleaned it, so it has been cleaned. It's present perfect passive. So now we're going to speak about all passive constructions separately. The first one is present simple. So we're going to describe present simple active and compare it with present simple passive. So look at active, please. The housekeeper cleans the room every day. It means he does it every day. So the housekeeper does it every day. So if you want to make a question, you just put does on the first place, then you put who, the housekeeper, then you put the verb in notional form without any endings. So when we make present simple passive, we use am is are plus verb plus the third form. So you can see it on the screen. Am is are plus third form of the verb. So okay, look at the first passive constructions. The room is cleaned every day means that it is done by somebody. The room is cleaned means that somebody cleans it every day. If you want to make a question in present passive, you put is on the first place, so you have is the room cleaned every day. So if you want to make a question, you put am is are plus the third form of the verb. And you put am is are in a question on the first place, like in the sentence, is the room cleaned every day. So now we are moving to the next tense. It is called present continuous. So first of all, we will discuss present continuous active. Look at two sentences. So he is cleaning the room now means that he's doing it now. So he is cleaning the room now, he is doing it now. We put is plus verb plus ing form. If you want to make a question, you just put is on the first place and you have is he cleaning the room now? What is he doing now? If you want to make a general question. So guys, when we make present continuous passive, we put am is are plus being plus verb with the third form. The room is being cleaned now means that somebody is going to clean it now. So you put am or is or are. We have the room, so we put is plus being plus the third form of the verb clean. So the third form of clean is cleaned, so the room is being cleaned now, it's present continuous passive. If the room being cleaned now is a question, it's very simple. You just put is on the first place and you have a question. Just change the word order. What is being done now is a general question if you want to make it. So the next one is past simple active and past simple passive. So okay, look at past simple active, please. So the builder built this house. Build is a second form. So in 1930, the builder built this house means he did it himself. If you want to make a general question in past simple, we use did plus build. It's the first form of the verb, don't confuse it. The builder built this house in 1930, it means he did it himself. It's active, passive, simple. If you want to make a question, you just put did on the first place and you put first form of the verb. So okay, other thing happens with passive voice. Normally we put was plus were and the third form. Look at the sentence, please. This house was built in 1930. It means this house was built by somebody, because the house can't build itself. Was this house built in 1930? So if you want to make a question, you just put was on the first place, and then you have a question. So okay, it's simple. Past simple passive and past simple active. So let's move on. So the next tense is present perfect active and present perfect passive. So okay, once again we have the formula for present perfect passive only. It's have, has plus been plus the third form of the verb. So okay, look at the sentences, please. The room looks nice. So the room looks nice. It's a result. It has been cleaned. It has been cleaned. Look at the formula. Okay, so it has been cleaned means that somebody has cleaned it beforehand. So the room looks nice and it has been cleaned. We put have, has plus been plus the third form. If you want to make a question, you just put has on the first place and you put been plus third form as it is here. So, okay, when we speak about active things, active present perfect sentences tell us that somebody makes it themselves. So, okay, when we look at the sentence, the room looks nice, it has been cleaned. So, okay, the room can't clean it itself. So, okay, has the room been cleaned means that somebody has done it beforehand. The room can't make it itself. So, okay, the next one is future simple active and future simple passive. We use will plus be plus the third form for future simple passive. Tomorrow the room will be cleaned. So, okay, this means that tomorrow the room will be cleaned by somebody. So, okay, tomorrow the room will be cleaned. Is it active? No, it's passive, because tomorrow the room will be cleaned by somebody. Somebody will do it for the room, so the room can't be cleaned itself. So, tomorrow the room will be cleaned. It's future simple passive. We put will plus be plus the third form. Will the room be cleaned tomorrow? It's a question. If you want to make a question, you just put will on the first place and you have a question. Will the room be cleaned? You put will, then you put the subject, the room, and then you put be plus cleaned. Cleaned is the third form of the verb. And be, it's the notional part of the formula. If you speak about the future simple active, you just put will plus verb in its notional form, in the first form. Will they clean the room tomorrow? It's a question. You just put will on the first place and put verb in the first form. Will they clean the room tomorrow? Super easy. So let's do it together once again with me. So tomorrow the room will be cleaned. Tomorrow the room will be cleaned. Is it active or passive? Of course it's passive, because the room can't be cleaned itself. Will the room be cleaned tomorrow? Is it active or passive? Again, it's passive. It's a question in a passive form of future simple tense. So, okay, now the next tense is, it's not the tense, it's using the modal verbs plus be plus third form for making passive constructions. So, okay, very often we use passive form after can, must, should. We put be plus the third form. If you look at the active sentences, you can see that we use after all modal verbs, after can, must, should, just clean, just the verb without everything. So she can, she must, she should clean this room. She can, it's just possibility. She must, it's your strict decision that she must do it. She should, it's a kind of advice. You should clean this room. It's advice. Her mom can give her such an advice. After can, must, and should, we use just the verb. If you want to make a question, you just put can, must, or should on the first place, as here, and you put after you, after subject, you put a verb in its notional form without any endings. So you have a question. Should you clean this room? You can ask, can you clean this room? You can ask, must you clean this room? But don't forget that must is very strict. If you look at passive sentences, you can see that the room can, must, should be cleaned. So the only difference is that we put be plus the third form after can, must, and should. Okay, and again, if you want to make a question, you just put should on the first place or any other modal verb on the first place. Should the room be cleaned? That's all. We spoke about passive voice, so the main idea for using passive voice is used to be in necessary tense plus the third form.